What's up, what's going on, legends? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are here in Modern Warfare Zombies, and we're going to be talking about the one thing that you need to be utilizing in order to maximize your damage with any weapon. Now, if you are a seasoned Zombies player, this is going to come off as common knowledge to you. You'll already know, and this won't be the video for you. But if you are new to Zombies, and maybe you're not quite utilizing this to its full potential, this video will probably be for you. Now, what we're going to be talking about in today's video is going to be Deadshot Daiquiri. Now, I already have it in my inventory. If you guys don't already have it when you guys spawn in, all you'll need to do is save up the 2000 essence, and you're going to open up your tac map where you're going to look around the tac map for the different perk icons, eventually finding the one that you need for Deadshot Daiquiri. Now, what I would like to say about this is this perk is extremely important, especially if you're coming across in the tier 1 zone. Maybe you don't have access to a pack-a-punch off the rip. Maybe you don't have access to an Aether wrench. What this potentially can do is double your damage, and it does scale as you continue to upgrade your weapon. So this is something that you guys can get off the rip, and it will only cost you the 2000 essence, whereas if you are saving up to get Pack-a-Punch, that will cost you 5000, and depending on what you're trying to do, it can kind of have a similar effect. So if you guys are using a base weapon like I am currently, with no Aether tool being used, I can then use Deadshot Daiquiri, and it will be pretty much comparable as long as I'm hitting critical hits on the zombies to using a Pack-a-Punch level 1. Let's say, for example, I pop this rare Aether tool. Now, with the Deadshot Daiquiri, when I pop that rare Aether tool, I'll be putting myself at double the damage with the Aether tool, then putting myself at ×4 with the Deadshot Daiquiri included. So with that ×4, it's essentially as good as having a legendary Aether tool equipped, or the same as having a rare Pack-a-Punch level 2. So you guys can kind of see where this direction is headed. So even when you scale up to a Pack-a-Punch level 3, with the legendary tool, which will 32 times the base damage of your weapon, especially to the headshots, it then will obviously be able to double that, making it 64 times the damage, which will basically maximize the amount of damage that you can use for your weapon. So no matter what weapon you use or what weapon you choose, obviously it'll be more important for other weapons than some, as if you're using one of the best weapons in the game, you'll just be able to make it way more overpowered by using that 32 times, doubling it with the double crit damage, which is what it says here for Deadshot Daiquiri. Now, like it does say too, when you aim down sight, it automatically helps you aim towards the critical spots. So when you aim, you got a better chance of hitting a critical kill, which when you don't have that equipped, obviously it's going to rely a little bit more on your aim, meaning you're not going to hit as many crit shots, doing maximum damage. So by having this equipped, it's kind of like a double whammy. Not only are you doubling the damage of your critical hits, you're overall increasing the amount of critical hits you're going to get. So that is a great way to maximize your damage no matter what weapon you are choosing to use. Now let's go ahead and test it out a little bit in action here. All right, so what I went ahead and did was equip my rare Aether tool and my Pack-a-Punch level 1. We're going to go and do a tier 2 bounty, or a bounty in the tier 2 zone. And what I need to do before that is equip the Deadshot Daiquiri. And once we equip the Deadshot Daiquiri, our crit shots now at this point are essentially going to be equivalent to having a Pack-a-Punch level 2 at the rare quality. So we do have a pack 1 at rare, which is a 4 times damage, but now that we have the Deadshot Daiquiri, any critical damage shots that we hit are going to be worth what a Pack-a-Punch level 2 rare would do. So I think if we're able to hit critical damage on the bounty here, we're going to be able to do exceptional damage, and although we do only have Pack-a-Punch level 1, we should be able to take it out pretty easily. Now that's the whole point of using this Deadshot Daiquiri, is it's going to allow us to use what I would equate to a lower level or lower tiered weapon in a much more difficult situation. Or we can use a weapon that is kind of for the tier or area that we are in, and then double the damage, making it a bit more overpowered. It's kind of really up to you, but it's just kind of a good thing to understand. So now we should be able to do pretty good damage by hitting the crit spot, and as you guys can see, we are doing insane damage. Problem is, everything's trying to fight me here as I'm trying to demonstrate this. But we got this. And we easily take out our bounty. Even though we are using a fairly strong weapon, I'm not using the snake shots on this, so it's not the most broken form. It is in the top 5 builds for the game currently, but we were able to do that pretty easy. So even with a rare pack 1, we are in the tier 2 zone, finding success, completing a tier 2 contract. That's kind of the point. If you guys aren't utilizing Deadshot Daiquiri, this is something you guys are going to want to spawn into your match with, or even make a priority early on in your match, getting the 2000 essence, heading over to the proper machine, or even sneaking into that tier 3 zone, or hitting that Wonder Fizz to get that Deadshot Daiquiri. But Most importantly, this is something I think you guys need to be utilizing in order to maximize your damage across the board. Again, it continues to scale as you continue to update your weapon or upgrade your weapon, whether you're, epic quality of tool or whether you're Pack-a-Punch level 2 or 3. You can always simply double your damage and even increase the amount of times that you're able to hit those headshots just by having this perk equipped. Now, again, a lot of you guys might already knew this going into this video, but I'm hoping this will help a lot of you that might not have actually known this or maybe put this as a focus or priority. Now, that's going to wrap things up for today's video. Thank you guys for all supporting today's video, all supporting the channel. I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace.